really wanted to see what a different culture was like. And as an education major, I really wanted to experience what education was like in a different country and how it compared to the United States.
I know that there are some really unique things, and there's a great experience that is open to students that just won't be able to be learned and lived through here in the United States. So that's kind of why I wanted to study abroad and get out there.
Ever since my senior year of high school, I've always loved the idea of Italy, and I actually got to go there my senior year of high school, which was incredible. So when I had the opportunity to study abroad here, I just jumped on it, and Florence is an amazing city and it's absolutely beautiful, and I just knew that there were more opportunities there to experience life and to experience life abroad than I would get sitting in a classroom in America.
I'm in there, I'm learning about these people, I'm learning about their culture, I'm learning about how they had to live their lives. And when I come back, I feel like I need to do more. When I first came to Adelphi, I was a physics major. I switched to nursing at the end of my freshman year and started one semester of nursing, and I wasn't 100% sold. I didn't know if I really wanted to do this. Maybe I'll change again. That January, I went to Guatemala, came back, and I said, I have to do this. This is the thing I meant to do. I loved it. I loved working in the sun for long hours, coming back, getting rest, and then doing it all over the next day. I want to be on my feet for 12 hours and help people. I want to wake up at the crack of dawn and go to the hospital and things like that.
Learning German was such a fantastic experience. I love the language, but also learning how to deal with people that aren't Americans, because they have a very different lifestyle, and you just being surrounded by everybody, you have to respect that.
The most challenging aspect of my experience when studying abroad was definitely the transition period at the beginning. Admittedly, I was very homesick, which I had not expected at first, but in the end, it was about 2 weeks of saying, oh, I kind of wish I was home right now, just taking regular classes at Adelphi. This is a little bit difficult. There's a new language barrier. There's a different culture. I'm in a new place where I don't know where anything is. But in the end, I really just tried to live in the moment and to realize, wow, I am in Rome. There is so much history here. There are so many new people to meet. There's such good food to eat. It really just took some time to get to know and to get used to where I was staying at the time. And it really just took a little bit more time, but in the end, it was definitely worth it.
The most challenging aspect was living by ourselves, because our situation was not living in a dorm style. We didn't have a cafeteria that we could go to. We had to cook everything ourselves. And I had never cooked anything for myself really as a meal. And I ended up having to cook for myself, plus my 3 friends who were there with me. So being like that designated chef all of a sudden and getting that responsibility, that was a little bit of a thing that I had to deal with. But other than that, it was fine.
I overcame my homesickness by getting involved on campus at John Cabot. They had a lot of great service opportunities, so I decided to join a service organization called La Ronda del Caffè Latte, and that was essentially a breakfast distribution to the homeless twice a week in the mornings. So it didn't interfere with class, and I just got up a little bit earlier, and I got to meet a different population in Rome that I had never experienced, and that I probably would have never experienced or interacted with otherwise. And it also took my mind a little bit off of not being home or missing my family. And so I think just getting involved in whatever way you can, wherever you happen to be staying, is definitely something that will help you transition better and get you used to life in whatever country you decide to study abroad in.
Have the money and have the independence, have the confidence in yourself, and know a little bit of the language. Listen before saying anything or doing anything. Just keep your ears and your eyes open, especially if you're in a country where you don't know how those people think of Americans.
Don't be afraid or nervous thinking that some things might be a little bit more difficult, and don't go into it thinking and feeling the worst, because it is for anyone. Anyone can do it. Also, get out and do and say everything that you have the opportunity to do. Say yes to everything, because anything is possible there.
Study abroad because you really learn about yourself and it awakens your soul.
Study abroad because it is important to experience other cultures and and experience other things besides of what you're comfortable with?
Study abroad because it'll be the best time of your life and you won't regret it. You'll just want to go back and you'll be more worldly. You'll be a better global citizen.
Study abroad because it is a once-in-a-lifetime experience where there are lessons and opportunities that just can't be learned in the classroom.